This is the Washington Times front page for Wednesday, April 20th, 2022. Thanks for joining us. I'm George Gerbo. Justice Department attorneys are readying an appeal of the court decision that struck down a federal transportation mask mandate. Tom Howell and Kerry Pickett report DOJ attorneys say they're waiting for the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention to take a second look at its decision to extend the mandate through May 3rd and affirm that the agency believes it remains necessary for public health. The statement is a strong sign the Biden administration will fight the ruling that ended the mandate on Monday. Any effort to restore and prolong the mandate on public transportation will prove unpopular with some travelers. Major airlines, transit systems, and ride-hailing companies stopped enforcing their mask rules on Monday and Tuesday, leading to celebrations among many travelers. Economists say that with the nation facing a supply chain crisis and inflation climbing to 8.5%, tax hikes proposed by the White House would only exacerbate the situation. Harris Alec reports the analysts say President Biden's push to raise corporate, income, and other taxes by more than $2.5 trillion would eliminate thousands of jobs and curtail private sector investment. The effect, in turn, would do little to counter inflation, which economists say has been driven by Congress pouring too much money into the economy and a genuine lack of goods and services because of the supply chain crisis. Bank of America warned last week the economy appears primed to shrink. Estimates that are based only on the Federal Reserve signal that more aggressive interest rate hikes are coming. They note that few financial institutions have weighed the impact that tax hikes could have if they are implemented. Russia is marching ahead with a new phase of its war in Ukraine, capturing the eastern city of Crimea and launching missile strikes across the disputed Donbas region. Russian Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu said his forces are implementing their plan to liberate the Donetsk and Luhansk regions. Russia recognizes the two areas as independent republics, though they're officially parts of Ukraine. Ben Wolfgang reports Russian officials said their military over 2 days hit more than 1,200 Ukrainian positions, including bases and weapons depots. Crimea, a city with a population of about 19,000 on the western edge of the Luhansk region, is the first significant Ukrainian city to fall into Russian hands. Russia's retooled plan seeks to overrun eastern Ukraine and create a land bridge between the Donbas and Crimean Peninsula, which Russia forcibly annexed in 2014. A reminder that you can find all these stories at WashingtonTimes.com/front page. Also a reminder to find all of our podcasts at WashingtonTimes.com/podcasts. Kentucky Congressman James Comer says it's time to send active duty military troops to the U.S. border with Mexico. Stephen Dinan reports the lawmaker led a delegation from the House Oversight and Reform Committee to the border in California and Arizona last week. He said the level of strife was noticeably higher than a similar trip to the border in Texas and New Mexico last year. Customs and Border Protection Commissioner Chris Magnus said the situation will get even worse when the Biden administration ends the Title 42 pandemic border shutdown next month. Still, he said the Department of Homeland Security is ready to deliver a fair and welcoming hand to those who come to the United States. And finally, Virginia's ban on teaching inherently divisive concepts about race in K-12 public schools is stirring debate about whether Black history can be taught. Sean Salai reports Executive Order No. 1, which Republican Governor Glenn Youngkin signed after his inauguration, has drawn fire from educators who say the vagueness about the meaning of divisive concepts could punish good teachers for covering Black history. Youngkin's executive order empowers Virginia's superintendent of public instruction to remove divisive content through a regular curriculum reevaluation process. It's not yet resulted in the removal of any Black history materials or lessons. Find all of today's front page stories at WashingtonTimes.com/front page or on the Washington Times app, and find us on any major podcast platform. Just search Washington Times in your favorite podcast app. You can also find us on Twitter and Instagram at Wash Times for breaking news, sports, commentary, and more. For the Washington Times, I'm George Gerbo.